because you're not someone who wants to talk about it a lot, you know. But not that you don't want to talk about it, but it's in the past, and you talk a lot about how you don't deal in the past, you deal in the future, in the present, and all that sort of stuff. But you know, it consumed you for 7-8 years. It was your life. It was everything. Yeah. We're so far removed from it now, but there have been so many replicas, some that you've been involved in with One Night Stand, which was truly, it felt like an ECW show. And then there was WWE's ECW, which was a perfectly serviceable television show. There was TNA's revival of ECW. But what do you want or think that the legacy of ECW is now? What do you want people to remember?
That's what I want remembered. That it was all of us together. That it was just something that we could all believe in and watch artists ply their trade and go there and know that if you spent $1, you're getting $10 for your money. We under-promised and we over-delivered, and we never lied to the fans, and we never broke a stipulation, and that we enjoyed it twice as much as you did. Even when New Jack was stabbing white people and diving on top of them. We kind of enjoyed it, to be honest with you. You know, it's funny. Vince McMahon likes to say we have the privilege of performing for the audience. And there is nothing that Vince says that I agree with more than that. It's a privilege to perform for the audience. And in ECW, it was a privilege and an honor. And it was the best time of a lot of people's lives. And I wish I could say it was the best time of my life, but I don't reflect on it enough to make that judgment, because I'm always trying to make tomorrow better than today and 2 days from now better than tomorrow. But my God, did we have a good time. Even in the bad times, we had those 2.5 to 4 hour shows. That even in the worst of times, when we had no more money, when we were bankrupt, when checks wouldn't clear, when my checks wouldn't clear, 2 people, and I'm sitting there looking at people that I've been trying to pay for 6 months and I can't even pay them. And they're saying, "What do I do tonight, boss? What do I do?" And how do you tell somebody when you can't pay them? Well, you know what I think we need tonight? I think you need to be covered head to toe in blood. I think you need to dive off a balcony through a table. I think you need to go 35 to 45 minutes. And I think you need to finish the match with diving off the top rope on top of a chair or with a guy underneath the chair, and you land on your ribs and you sell your ribs while you cover them 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to send these other guys down. They're going to kick the living to you, and then I'm going to hit New Jack's music, and they're going to shut him down. I'm going to hit Sandman's music. The people are going to sing the song. He's going to smash the beer can into his head. He's going to kick the out of every heel in the ring with a Singapore cane, and then you're going to stand in the middle of the ring and drink a couple beers and get drunk before you come back to the locker room and realize you ain't getting paid. And they'd sit there and go, "Hey, I'll do that." Because of the give back, because of the affirmation from the crowd, because of the adulation from the crowd, because when the night was over and the crowd chanted ECW, then those guys would sit there and say, "Man, I did a hard day's work, and look at the reward, look at the love, look at the respect, look at the admiration, the adulation, the affirmation that I got." And you'd sit there, and more so than an ECW wrestler looking over at another ECW wrestler and going, "Hey man, thanks for the match, man. You protected my body out there. You didn't let me land on my head, though we gave the illusion that I did. Hey man, I love you, thank you." They'd sit there and go, "Wasn't that crowd great? God, I love those people." And that's what it was about for them. So what do I want the legacy to be? What do I remember most about it? What fills my heart and my soul about ECW was the and I talked about this a little bit last night. It was the intimacy and this is gonna sound so up psychologically. Like seriously, I should be on a psychiatrist's couch going, "Yeah, doc, this is how we felt." And just the doctor going, "You are very up in the head today." But it was the love that we shared with the audience, celebrating the most violent product that had ever been seen at the time. And in the midst of this violent, bloody, women bashing, beer drinking, table smashing, neck crunching action was this love affair with the audience that the audience had with each other, which because they were singing songs together and bouncing up and down together, the appreciation they thrust upon the wrestlers, and the wrestlers' need for that love to come in their direction. And that was just what the promotion was about, plying the trade of an artist having a canvas in which to show off his hard work, and an audience that sits there and says, we appreciate your hard work. Thank you for doing it. Thanks for sharing your hard work with us. That's the legacy of ECW. How could you not believe in Steve Austin? How could you not believe in Mick Foley? How could you not believe in Tommy Dreamer? How could you not believe in Taz? How could you not believe in the Public Enemy? How could you not believe in Joey Styles? How could you not believe that the Sandman can captivate an audience simply by standing in the middle of a crowd while his music is playing and the audience is singing his song and he's smashing a beer can into his head and bleeding before the match ever even begins? And he's willing to do that for you, to make you go home and say, hey man, did you go to the ECW show?